What are the benefits of knowing each sensation that happens in your body? All right. Now, the benefits are many because if all of a sudden a feeling comes up within you and you're like, I don't know what this is, that's your higher self telling you something, or that's your spirit team telling you something. That is, in my mind, that is a forecast of what is coming. All right. Generally, I know for me, when I get all of a sudden I get like intense feelings, extremely dry mouth, all those two things minimum, and I get anxious on top of it. That's a sign for me that I'm going to learn a very big lesson. And it might not be a very easy lesson to learn, but it's going to be something that I have to work through. Now, at this moment, I am sort of feeling not anxious, but just slightly like something's coming. I feel like okay, so I would feel like it's a test. Like I would like the feeling that I just described, the feeling of anxiety, dry mouth, that would have been something that I would feel before a big like, exam. But this is like a life exam. So now when I got these the last couple of times, I felt like this because of I had a big like a life exam, which is someone that was not treating me right was coming to my life, or someone who will not treat me right will come into my life. And then but now I know back in the day I used to think that this feeling was the indicator that something great was going to happen, which was true. Something great did happen. I learned the lesson the hard way, but I learned it, if you will. So, what's happening today is I see the precursor signs. Though the thing is that my anxiety level in regards to this is not so harsh. So, it indicates to me that I've graduated. So, of course, I'm going to feel a little anxiety, but a little bit of anxiousness, but it's not like the first time I felt this, the anxiety was so great that it was a lot. I could not function. Like literally I could not function. When it happened the second time, same thing. I could not function. Now, this time it's like, okay, I feel it. I feel you. I see you. I sense you. And I'm like, okay, but I still need to be able to like operate. I still need to eat. I still need to get ready. I still have an event tonight. Like I need to be presentable. So things are just put into like perspective, and I'm just like, okay, so this is like the norm of me having to go through life lessons, and it's fine. I'll get through it just like I did the others. I don't have to go crazy. I can get through it. So I mentioned that it's going to kind of be like your forecast, right? It's going to tell you what's coming. It's going to let you know that something big is coming. So you'll know, you'll get to prepare. And because like when you've been through these a couple of times, you like sense the feeling, and you're like, okay, so compared to the previous time, this is not so great. The anxiety is not that great. And so I can basically manage and also like be able to know how severe this lesson is, or how big the lesson that I'm going to have to learn is, which is going to allow you to better deal with the situation at hand, which is a good thing ultimately. So the other thing that will come with being able to read the emotions that swell up inside of you is that you will be able to know. I think I talked about this a little bit, but I'm going to reiterate it, which is that depending on the severity or the feeling attached to the anxiety, or the sensation you get attached to this anxiety, or it could be a different feeling that you get. But basically what I'm saying is the feeling that you get is going to tell you what type of relationship you're gonna have with the lesson. So if it's like easy lesson that you can go through like without even looking, you won't pay it that much mind. If it's something that is causing you a lot of anxiety, now that, well, you'll have to be on your toes, right? You have to be on your tippy toes, making sure that all your T's are crossed and all your I's are dotted. Okay, but basically, being able to understand the feelings that swell up inside of you is an indication that how close you are to your wanted desire. Okay, for example, my coach, Christopher Dedeyan, he does this. He said, we had this conversation a little bit a while ago, which is he does stuff only because it scares him. But I'm like, all right. So a colleague of mine from pitch practice, an association I go to every 2 weeks, where we learn how to pitch our ideas and stuff like that. He sent me a video where the lady was talking about intuition scares you, which, I mean, people are like, what? Intuition is scary? What? True, when your intuition is telling you to move towards something, it is indicating to you that that thing is going to help you grow and expand, because ultimately your objective as a human being is to expand your consciousness, is to grow and expand as a person. Right, so your intuition wants you to go towards that. Now it's going to lead you towards that, and the bigger the anxiety attached to that thing that you're going towards, what this indicates, all right, is that is how far you are from the objective, or how little you know about how to get to the objective. Not that you won't get there, it's just that you don't know the steps. So the indication to you at that point is that, okay, so if this is where my intuition wants me to go, or my spirit team wants me to go next, that just indicates that I need to figure out how to get there. And for me to get there, what are the things I need to do to get there, right? So I need to follow a step-by-step proven program to get there? Is it I need to find multiple ways of doing something? Is it that I need to lessen my debt? Is it that I need to find an apartment? Is it that I need to, secure the space for my kids? You don't know. It's going to change for every single one of you. But there are steps to follow, and that's the only distinction between you feeling extremely anxious and you being at the other side of your objective, which is the desired reality, which is what you want to create ultimately. All right. I have a pot boiling, so if you hear the boiling of a liquid, that's it. That's dinner. Or it could be my cauldron, my potion. Who knows? It's soup. So, in either case, what is the feeling that you continuously get that you're like, what is this? And you're not sure? Let me know.